another rumor that we kind of started on our Twitter account. So we gotta get into it. So over the weekend, Buffalo Bills cut legendary pass rusher Von Miller. Von Miller, while a Bronco at heart, he says he's always wanted to, kind of always loved Kansas City and grew up idolizing none other than Derrick Thomas, which is why he wore number 58 in Denver. And here's a clip from Von Miller 2 years ago.
Derrick Thomas is my favorite player to ever play the game. I molded my game after him. He was the reason why I wore 58 in Denver. So every time I'm on that field and I'm warming up, I look for that 58. That's on the the Ring of Honor, and I just give him a moment and give him his just give him a moment of silence and give him my energy, because I want to continue to try to play the game the way he played it. So Arrowhead Stadium has always been a special place for me.
So there you go. The guy, grew up watching Derrick Thomas. Although a Bronco fan, the guy obviously has some big time love for Arrowhead Stadium and Derrick Thomas. So I posted that on Twitter, and shortly, maybe like 2 hours later, I get this notification popping up here. That's Chris Jones quote tweeting our tweet, tagging Von Miller with the eyes wide open emoji, eyes emoji, as well as magnifying glass emoji. So Chris Jones using our tweet to recruit, which is awesome to see. But JD, I've seen a lot of people again with the whole we need young guys. It's like, okay, a man who his contract situation is kind of in flux right now. We're not really seeing him. I haven't really heard any rumors about him. He's been deleting tweets. I saw him post about I finally get to go to free agency, experience it. Now, what do you make of this move? Because I've seen a lot of people say we need to get younger. We don't need Von Miller. He's washed, yada, yada, all this stuff. But if you look at our past, Melvin Ingram, Terrell Suggs, Carlos Dunlap, we've brought in elder statesmen to kind of be around the young guys. Obviously, Chris Jones recruiting Von Miller. Of course, it's a legend. He's going to be a future Hall of Famer. So, of course, they're going to be he wants that guy to be on his team, to be his tag team partner. But what do you make of Von Miller? What do you make of this whole thing? And does he actually fit with us? Because I've seen some people say he doesn't actually fit with our defensive scheme.
Man, Von Miller fits in every defensive scheme.
I know.
when he needs to show up and make a play, he'll do it. Look, okay, I'll make a case for Von Miller. Von Miller is probably one of the most premier pass rushers of the last 10 years, easy. And so what he's been able to do out on the field is nothing less short of incredible. Okay. I think what people have been watching Von Miller do is go and get money, a lot of money for maybe some of what his expensive. See, that's where everybody goes. His expensive, his price point. But Von Miller maybe wanting to come here for less money or, a team-friendly deal. Why would you not want that? I remember everybody was sitting over here talking about Frank Clark, come back, Frank Clark. Von Miller is a step above Frank Clark. Come in and give you some pass rush when you need him to. Not to mention, when you got young guys, he could teach the young guys, FAU, okay? Whoever else you have out here, Mike Danna, Karlaftis. I still think we get a guy here, round 1, okay? Round 2, wherever you want to put him, I think it should be a high pick, would help out tremendously. And him and Chris playing together, I think, man, for 1 year, 1 year deal, come on, Marcus. I like it. I'm not opposed to that at all. If it's a good deal. Now, if you're trying to come in and get $15 million a year, man, come on, man, we ain't doing that. Sorry. Love you, but listen, we're going to be realistic here. And I think it's what everybody is still going back to, like, hey, man, he's just going to be too expensive, asking too much money. But if he's not asking for too much money and the price is right, sure, I would definitely entertain bringing a Von Miller here. That would be glorious. Absolutely glorious. I think that defense will step up just a little bit more with him just on it. His presence and all that on there. I mean, look what he did with Buffalo going up in Buffalo. So, yeah, how old is Von Miller?
Von Miller is, let's see here, born in 89, so maybe going on 36. 35, turns 36 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but let me put it to you this way, though. Von Miller had played in 13 games last year, had 6 sacks in 13 games. Von Miller would have been second highest sack total at a defensive ends on our team last year. And Karlaftis had 6.5 sacks last year. So he'd only be a half a sack behind Karlaftis, and he played only 13 games last year. I mean, the man just knows how to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. When you need him big moment, that joker show up when you need him to. G-Pick said, damn, I'm kind of old. Hey, if that sucker is still producing, you get your production. That's a great point. If that's what Karlaftis got, and he just, what do you say, a sack less than him?
Half a sack.
Half a sack. If the price is right.
Wait, no, sorry, 2 sacks less than Karlaftis. Karlaftis is 8.
Yeah, 8. That's what I thought. Karlaftis had 8. I was like, wait a minute.
2 sacks less. But he played less games than him, though.
Yeah, his snap count is not. I don't think he's having a high snap count either.
I don't think he'd be an every down guy for us. I think you'd have him out. I think you'd rotate him, use him sparingly, basically waiting for the playoffs to come, and then you just let loose with him.
When you need for a joker to go get a sack, man, he'll bring you pressures. He'll do what he does best. He was built to go get the quarterback. That's what that joker is built to do. Okay. He's done a damn good job of it his whole career. So if you want to slide him in for 1 year, I mean, I ain't gonna be mad at that. Not at all. Not at all. Maybe could he help a FAU out? He probably could, possibly. Could he help this dude out? 1 round or 2, getting this. Absolutely. So when we were talking about D-Hop and Tyler Lockett and all these other guys helping with young guys and experience, this is what you get with that. That's what you're paying for. You're not just paying for production, but you're paying for experience and helping out and mentorship and all those different things. Is that price point? Shoot, you got to make it right, man. I'm not opposed to that whatsoever, man. I like it. I like Von Miller. I do. Like I said, if you need pressure or something like that, I don't care who it is that's playing tackle. You're going to hear it suck his knee shaking. You're going to see his knee shaking. It's almost like James Harris. When he would come out there, and Joe was like, uh-oh. It could have been 10 years ago, 15, where he was just a beast. But some in their head's going to click and trigger, like, uh-oh, that's Von Miller in front of me. Get your mind right. You better. Before you know it, he's past you. So how does Von Miller fit? He really doesn't play 4-3. Von Miller plays everything. We played a stand-up defensive end. We switch it up. We do 3-4, 4-3. That's why we're so versatile with the guys that we have. So we're just not a 4-3 traditional. We'll have him play whatever we need to play him. We need to put him on the outside and tell him to go get the quarterback. He will. That's the good thing about Spags. Spags, he's very versatile in what he does with his defense. So we could bring him to the outside, man. Let him go get it. And bring him in and let people just think, oh, here he is. He's in. He's come. Yeah. Brought him in for a reason.
And also, you have the Buffalo component, too, right? Obviously, Denver component, but you also have the Buffalo component, which Buffalo's been more of our nemesis than Denver has been. So you have that component, too, of him coming over. But also, it's much like the Tyler Lockett thing, where you have the elder statesman kind of bestowing the wisdom on the young guys, whereas you don't really have that on with the edge rush. It's all a bunch of young guys. Another problem like Malik Herring today, that's not really an elder statesman. But Von Miller would be like bringing the Lockett or D-Hop over to like the version of that from the wide receiver room to the edge rush room. And like you said, it would be amazing to have him rub off on FAU and Karlaftis. Like, they work out Tom Bali in the offseason, but you're having a full season of playing with a guy like that who can teach you so much about the game, so much about getting off the ball, just doing so many things with the guys. I think that would pay off real well. And also, too, you have a guy who can just go get the quarterback, who even at the age of 35, still getting 6 sacks in like 12, 13 games in the season. So,
yeah. Jeremiah DeMurto said, I live in Colorado, and I would love Von finishing out his career in KC and destroying the Broncos and winning another Super Bowl. Yeah. But going to your point, I think you can't, if you have that guy on defense, right? Just lost Justin Reed, okay? Experienced guy. On the D line, we got Chris Jones. Like I said, we don't have a Menahu. We just lost Turk. We're trying to get some depth there. Team-friendly deal, I think you can possibly make something like that work. Now, obviously, the Chiefs they don't have to do it. They'll feel how they want to about it. I just think to me, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. I'm like, yeah, man, go shoot. Hey, man, love to have it. Shoot, there was guys you wanted to go get. He give you 6 sacks or something like that. Hey, he might be 7. You talking about DT? Yeah, man.
And that's another component too. Do you think, obviously, with the Hall of Fame career that Von Miller has had, and obviously 58 is in the Ring of Honor, it's a retired jersey, do you think there would be potentially, with a guy like him, it's not like some random dude, you think there'd be maybe a concession made, maybe the Thomas family may allow him to do, because a guy who, has had a storied career, they may let him wear 58 with Kansas City, or you don't think they still wouldn't do that?
No, sir.
No,
no sir. No, sir. Mm-mm.
Like paying
Not
homage to him?
Yeah, not a chance.
Yeah.
You can wear a T-shirt with his face on it underneath your
Yeah.
jersey every game.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no way else putting 58 on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting one, though, because I've just seen, and also, too, another thing, whereas he's gotten paid, right? So it's one of those things where it's not like a guy, like Lockett, for example. He's gotten paid, but he doesn't have the ring. Cooper Kupp, he's gotten paid, and he's got the ring. So that's like, okay, what's he going to go to the highest bidder now? What does he want to do? Von Miller's also in that same kind of category where he has gotten multiple big-time contracts, and he also has 2 Super Bowl rings. So it's like, what do you want? You want to get another third one just to make yourself that much superior as far as edge rushers all time? Because that's what it'd be. Because we're not going to pay him a big chunk of change here. It'd be more like a vet minimum kind of deal.
Yeah, man, it has to be only that, Marcus. I mean, I wouldn't go for anything else more than that. I don't think it'd be necessary to do that. I'd rather go get 2 young defensive ends. That's going to be the case. Sure,
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah,
which I think we still can do. There's some good defensive ends out there, man, in this draft, and defensive tackles. So I don't mind the youth movement there. You can still have a older guy if you wanted to, but man, we need to show up at D line for sure. Right here, we need to get some guys right there.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. The fact that you go DT, you go D end, and then I mean, I think you can still get Von Miller, and they get a D end because another rookie who's be able to kind of learn from Von Miller if you do that. But yeah, I think this draft, we're like you said, like we said weeks ago, it's gonna be a very heavy D line draft. And the way this free agency's gone so far, it's only showing that we were right 2 weeks ago when we said it's going to be all about the D line in this upcoming draft, which, based on the lack of D line moves we've made, that's going to be where we're going to be doing the draft. And it's perfect time to do it with the amount of D tackles are in this draft and D ends in this draft. Perfect time to be needing D ends and D tackles.
Yeah. Amber Brown said, I don't know. Uche didn't do zilch and at the same position. Uche is not Von Miller, though, Amber Brown. He's just not. And I don't know as far as I think getting Uche was like one of those things we didn't quite know what we were getting. They just wanted to see if he can do some of the things. And he came in, tried to do a couple of things. He came in for a couple of plays. One time he almost put a hand on the guy. Another time he just didn't. He just don't have the savviness of Von Miller. I wanted him to do well too on the round. I did want him to do well. I wasn't trying to be funny, but he's just not Von Miller. So, you really want. I thought me and Marcus was talking about it. I'm the Brown, you too. We thought Uche was going to come in and give us something.
Yeah, it would be one of the. It was one of those things we talked, but we never had a guy like that who's just a certified pass rusher, and like they it didn't work for whatever reason. We finally had one of those types of guys. But again, Von Miller is a little different animal than Josh. Even at Von Miller, 36 years old, very different from Josh Uche.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I mean, you
grown man strength.
Yeah,
go back to the grown man strength stuff.
Grown man. Like you don't have to bring hey man, you don't have to even get a 3-point stand. Stand up. However you feel, you need to go get them. Everybody know you coming after the quarterback. Ain't no secrets, none told. He's coming. So yeah.
What do you think the chances are of this happening? Obviously, Chris Jones recruiting him. I don't know at the extent of it past that we're quote tweeting our tweet. But what do you think the chances of this happening and manifesting?
Oh shoot, man! I couldn't even give you a percentage on it. Everybody, you want to, Frank Clark back too, and they're like, "Nah, we ain't doing that."
That's true.
Frank, I don't know if he was ready for a team friendly deal, and that one gonna fly.
Yeah. Well, so the Nate Taylor said that he was trying to get Amenahu back, and so far that's not happening. So it looks like he's moved on, gone to Von Miller. But that same year he wanted Frank Clark. He also wanted Pennell. They threw him a bone and got Pennell instead of going for Frank Clark. So they went for one of the guys he wanted.
Yeah.
That year he wanted Frank Clark and Pennell, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll give you Pennell. We ain't giving you Clark though."
No. Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, guys, I'm trying. I'm trying to do my duty to try to get you Tyler Lockett, try to get you Von Miller. I'm doing the best I can here, guys.
Yeah, but we need to get it for sure. Definitely young guys and dudes up there for sure. That we need a legit pass rush, legitimate getting back there to quarterback, creating pressures, getting sacks. We can't bypass that this year, Marcus. We just cannot. Gotta get it. So
yeah, hopefully FAU has some growth in this year, and obviously hopefully the DTs and the D tackles, DNs and the D tackles we get in this draft, hopefully they have some juice as well. So yeah, but gosh, I really, the FAU not panning out so far has really hurt the kind of the D line a little bit, because we were expecting him by now to be like a guy of some sort, but like hopefully he kind of comes on. I mean, he was coming on a little bit towards the end of the year. Just hopefully year 3 is a better year for him. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.